Hey guys, my name is AJ Swanson. Um, I am 25 and my family is just me and my wife. Let me go ahead and apologize. I'm sorry that the camera's kind of at a weird angle. I actually have it sitting up on some stuff and then I'm looking at my computer on this side so that way I can read the questions. But anyway, I'm 25. My wife and I actually work for the Church of God Children's Home in Malden, South Carolina. Before that, we worked at the home in Concord, North Carolina, the Church of God Children's Home in North Carolina. It's just right outside Charlotte. We got married in May of last year. We got married. It was May 26th. We got married, and then like June 1st or something like that, or excuse me, like June 8th, we actually started working for the children's home. So we dove right into this ministry, and we've been plugging away ever since. And there's very few moments that are dull, and I'll leave it at that. That's really my main current ministry activity is working for the home. It's not a traditional ministry in any way, shape, or form. We do all kinds of things. I mean, of course, I'm drawing a blank now that I'm on a video, but most of the time we do, we help the kids get ready for school, help them with homework, do any sort of just day-to-day activities really with the kids, trying to make their lives as normal as possible. And we have really awesome kids. We don't really have bad kids here. Everybody's really good. We have a good team. Everybody's working together. I am in the process of building another ministry. It's a small group ministry that we're going to try and launch with some friends of ours to really get young adults involved in small groups, something that I personally believe is very, very overlooked. But, excuse me, other than that, I really don't have a whole lot else to say about me per se. I guess the biggest thing is I'm a Braves fan. And so I probably won't be doing much schoolwork at night between like 7 and 10 because I watch the Braves almost every night. But anyway, let me get on to the questions here. It says, what does it mean to be a Christian leader? For me, I believe the most important thing about being a Christian leader, in my experience, is that you're a servant leader. I don't know that my opinion on that will change. I mean, it very well could, but to me, servant leadership is what it's all about. I actually just finished a post for the class, and one of the things that I wrote on my post was that servant leadership, in my eyes, does not lower anyone to a different standing or worth or anything like that, but instead it just levels the playing field, and it says, hey, we're in this together, we're going to do this, we're going to take care of this, we're all on the same team, nothing's above me, nothing's below me, and vice versa. And so I really strongly feel that way, that if you lead as a servant, that's how you make a difference. The difference between leadership and Christian leadership. So as I said, I really feel like Christian leadership is based around servant leadership. Leadership in general is a very tough thing, I think, to talk about, because as we've already seen throughout the first readings in this class, there's so many different ways to describe it and to apply it. And so it is difficult to find a common, I guess for lack of a better term, theme with leadership. But I do believe that leadership outside of church is probably a lot more based on, skill set and maybe even the trait things that we're saying, like people appear to be leaders. I'm not necessarily sold on that myself, because I've worked for lots of different people who I strongly look back and realize that I do not think they were very good leaders, but they had the position and that's what they were. But, that is just one of those things. biblical passages. So I know this is a really, really odd one, but I've taken this verse and I've applied it to so much stuff in my life, and it's because I really think that it's applicable, and just in this sense, and it's Galatians 6:9. And it says, so let's not get tired of doing what is right, because we'll reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. And granted, that's paraphrased off the top of my head, but to me, that is so important, because really, if we just do the right thing, just like we read about with Moses, he was kind of given wise counsel, and he had to do the right thing, and he accepted the wise counsel, and he put it into practice. And when he did, he was able to develop leaders and grow leaders. And so for me, just making sure you do the right thing. You know what's right, you know what's wrong. I mean, granted, there's some gray areas, but for the most part, we know that we know what we're supposed to do. We know how to handle what we're supposed to do. We just have to do the right thing. And even when it gets tough, because it will, as long as we just keep plugging away and trusting God, we'll reap that harvest of blessing if we don't give up. And that's, it may sound cliche, it may sound, kind of crazy, but that's how I feel. That's what I believe. And then lastly, what are the questions you hope to have answered about Christian leadership? I'm not sure exactly of any question off the top of my head. I do know that I would love to just have a better and deeper understanding of leadership. Leadership is something that has, over the past few months, as I've worked on this ministry project about discipleship, leadership has come up a lot, and it's really piqued my interest. So, just what makes a good leader, what really drives good leaders, how, is their routine, is anything straightforward, because a lot of times it doesn't feel that way. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm looking forward to learning with you guys. Thanks.